I walked in on my wife and my best friend. I don't think I'll ever be the same again. Let me just start by saying if someone told me a year ago that I'd be writing this, I would have laughed in their face. I used to read those posts on Reddit, caught my wife cheating, my best friend betrayed me, and think, damn, people are wild. I never imagined I'd be living one of those stories, that I'd become the cautionary tale people scroll past at 2 a.m., half curious, half horrified. But here we are. This happened almost 11 months ago. And I swear, I still wake up some nights with the image burned behind my eyelids. I wish I could say I've moved on. I wish I could say I'm stronger for it. Maybe I am. But some wounds cut so deep, the healing feels more like surviving than living. Let me start from the beginning. My name's Nate. I'm 34. I work in IT, nothing glamorous, just your average desk job that pays decently and lets me clock out without taking the stress home. I've never been the adventurous type. I'm the guy who shows up on time, does the work, keeps promises, doesn't cheat at board games. Hell, I don't even cut in line at the grocery store. I met Olivia when we were 25. She was unlike anyone I'd ever met. Blonde, wild, unpredictable in that intoxicating way. The kind of woman who could talk to anyone and make them feel like the most important person in the room. Meanwhile, I was just me. Quiet. Thoughtful. Steady. Opposites attract, right? We got married 4 years later. It wasn't a perfect marriage, no marriage is, but I loved her. I truly, deeply did. I thought we had something real. I also had a best friend. Kyle. We'd known each other since middle school. We'd shared everything: classes, heartbreaks, video games, bad tattoos. We both got one at 19 and swore each other to secrecy. He was like a brother to me. More than that. The kind of person you think would never betray you. I trusted him with everything. Turns out, that was my first mistake. It was a Friday. I remember that because I'd left work early to surprise Olivia. We hadn't been connecting lately, our conversations had gotten shorter, our intimacy had dwindled, and she seemed distant. Not cold, but just not there. I chalked it up to stress. She'd started working with a new marketing firm and was always talking about her long hours, high-pressure deadlines. So, I decided to be the good husband. I bought her flowers, sunflowers, her favorite. Grabbed sushi from the little place downtown. I even picked up a bottle of that overpriced rosé she liked. I remember humming in the car, thinking how happy she'd be. How maybe tonight could be a restart for us. God, I was so stupid. When I got home, the first thing I noticed was Kyle's car parked down the street. At first, I didn't think anything of it. Kyle came over sometimes. We were all friends. Maybe they were planning something for my birthday, which was only a couple weeks away. But then I stepped inside. The house was quiet. Too quiet. The lights were dimmed. There was a wine glass on the floor. Her heels were near the couch. A hoodie I didn't recognize lay on the armrest. And that's when I heard it. A low sound. Not loud. Just soft, rhythmic. Breathy. I froze. At first, I told myself I was imagining it. That it was the TV. Music. Anything else. But then I heard her voice. Not speaking. Moaning. I wish I could say I panicked. Or got angry. But I didn't. I went cold. Like my body went into autopilot. I walked down the hallway, step by step, heart thudding so hard I thought I might faint. The bedroom door was half open. And when I pushed it fully open, my entire life shattered in a second. There they were. Olivia. Kyle. Both naked. She was on top of him. Her hands were on his chest. His hands were on her hips. They didn't hear me at first. The room smelled like sweat, perfume, and betrayal. I just stood there, watching, frozen. Then Olivia looked up. Our eyes locked. I'll never forget her face. It wasn't guilt at first, it was shock. Like she'd seen a ghost. Then came the guilt. Then panic. She screamed, jumped off him, pulling the blanket up to cover herself. Kyle just sat up, wide-eyed, like a deer in headlights. Nate, wait. I dropped everything. The flowers. The sushi. The wine. All of it crashed onto the hardwood floor. Shattered glass. Soy sauce seeping into the carpet. A metaphor, maybe, for everything I had left that day. I turned around and walked out. I didn't scream. I didn't punch him. I didn't ask why. I couldn't. My body wouldn't let me. That night, I stayed in my car. Drove until the gas light came on. Ended up in a Walmart parking lot, staring at nothing for hours. She called me 15 times. Left voicemails crying, begging, trying to explain. But what do you say to that? What words could make it better? The next few weeks were a blur. I moved out the next day. Stayed with my brother. Filed for divorce a week later. Kyle never reached out. Not once. The guy I thought was family just disappeared. Coward. Olivia begged me to go to therapy. Said she wanted to fix things. Said it was a mistake. That it only happened once. Do you want to know the worst part? I almost believed her. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe that it was a drunken lapse of judgment. That Kyle pressured her. That she regretted it. But then I found the texts. Hundreds of them. Going back months. Secret meetups. Nicknames. Inside jokes. Plans. Pictures. She told him she loved him. She told him things she never told me. She said things I can't forget. I wish I met you first. He's boring. I'm happier with you. Those words destroyed me more than walking in on them ever did. It's been nearly a year now. I'm in therapy. I'm working on rebuilding who I am without them. I cut off every mutual friend who knew and didn't tell me because yes, there were a few. People who didn't want to get involved. I'm not angry anymore. Not like I was. The rage comes and goes like a tide now. But I'm not the same. I trust less. I love slower. I've rebuilt, but I don't know if I'll ever be whole again. If you're reading this and you've been cheated on, I'm sorry. I know how deep it cuts. It's not just betrayal, it's a demolition of the world you thought you lived in. If you're the one cheating, please, end it. Be honest. Don't let someone find out the way I did. Don't break someone the way I was broken. And if you're lucky enough to have someone loyal, hold on to them. Because people like that are rare. And once they're gone, they never come back the same.